All right, morning game. Got our coffee going on. Right on the edge of 1700. 1695, in fact. And I thought about playing the next game on my own. Away from the judging eyes of the streaming world. But I thought it'd be more exciting to play this one out live. So let's hope for the best here. 1695, almost any quality opponent of victory will get us over the edge. So yeah, Fierce Hammer. And this is my favorite part of the chess game too. Opening, let's assume he plays, so he's playing normal. Nobody's made a mistake. Everything's normal right now. And like, there's something nice about that. All the way usually up until right here. This is where the game can sometimes go a little sideways. Perfectly timed with the tension of the music. Because people, I mean, this is fairly common situation for black, and I'm not a fan personally of trading everything off like this guy just did. Because then if you look at his position, I mean, it seems fairly even. I just have a little bit better development. I guess he'll just castle. I kind of want to play this. But then he just plays this. Let's get this guy out and then, I'll play a little bit more carefully. We've got stuff on the line here. We don't have time to mess around. I don't love where my queen's at, but she'll be safe. I think I'd even say all the way up until now, the game is still chill, you know? No one's made a crucial error. Since this knight that's usually there is gone, I'm thinking I'd take this opportunity to push and then keep going if I can. I'm not too worried about this guy because he's protected three ways. I'm expecting at some point this, and I'll happily just back off with the queen. But I'm hoping I can get this and then just start attacking those pawns with my pawns. But I'd say even now, this, oh, interesting. So I wasn't expecting that, but because now, can I just back the bishop off? I think so. Okay, so now we just got to rotate pieces around. Eventually I want to be able to push in here. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? I want to move my queen, but I don't think we need to do that yet, so let's get more support. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because of the situation here, but anytime you can put a rook behind a bishop that lines up on the queen, gosh darn it. Oh gosh, if you've watched this stream, my stream long enough, you know that that is my least favorite style of play, when the opponent wipes the queens. And like I always say, if that trade is presented and I can't move, right, like my queen was pinned to my king, unless there's, like, you can quickly scan the board to see if there's some other thing to do where you don't have to be the one to initiate the trade. But in that case, I wanted to, because I wanted to double his pawns, even though I opened up his rook. But you see, I made that move like super fast, you know, and I think, like, even though sometimes my weakness is I move too fast, I don't think hard enough sometimes. I'm hoping that clock that I got will help me. So this is interesting. I don't see the threat yet. And now we got to play really careful because really easy to screw up. This guy's still protected. I guess I could... I kind of want to get this one. All right, whatever, we gotta move. I don't think taking helps. I'm not convinced pushing helps either, but I don't want to overextend myself here. Take, and then king takes. I don't think that's helpful. This might be good. And he just takes here, threatening the rook, or this guy. Let's see this first. Man, I want this move, but I don't think I have it. I don't think I have it. I'm just gonna try to bait this, but I think he's just gonna take here. Yeah, that's annoying. That was not the right way to play that, but you know, we live and learn, we live and learn. I could pin him. That might be interesting. Might be interesting, but it wasn't interesting, as the narrator would say. But it wasn't interesting. Running a little low on time for this situation here. And the situation is precarious. Lots of pawns in bad places. I'm just thinking I might be able to grab this bishop. I'm not sure yet how, but I feel like there's a play to get the bishop here. I go up. I kind of want to get rid of this pressure, so I think... Yeah, let's just do this for now. Nobody can take anywhere there. I'm like very lamely thinking I'm just going to get in behind and then just start messing around back there with the rook. I could definitely use my king's help too. King could probably come up and help defend some of these pawns. And I'd love to... I want to keep my knight on the board, even though knight versus bishop here is looking a little dangerous, but I just... The constant potential of fork is too good. But yeah, this is dangerous. And also, gosh, I go so far down on time when I stream, it's the worst. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I'm just gonna take. Obviously he takes here. And then I think we have to worry about these pawns coming across. He can protect this guy, but I That was a weird move. I mean... Yeah, this is tough. I don't... This is definitely worried about this. Maybe? This is on a razor's edge. On a razor's edge. I mean, I can see how he gets his pawn closer, but I don't see how he gets this pawn across yet. So he has to move his bishop, and then I can take here. And then he moves down, and I can come over. And then I can just run this other pawn, I think. He's got to bring his king into the game, but it's not going to do any good, because I can just get all the way across. Unless he does this and loses the pawn. But now it's... Maybe I... Let's see. Up, down, down, up. Yeah, that'll work, I think. He doesn't have time to... I think this works. Did I just miscalculate that? Down, 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 up. Yeah, we're good. We're good. That was weird. He did not need to, woo! We did it. Finally back to our former glory. Back to the former glory. The former glory is 1800, not 1700. We are just, you know, we're trying to get back. Let's take a look at that game, because that was pretty weird. I don't know why he made that move. I felt like he had that win. Let's take a look. Allow me to pull up the game report. Analyzing. Oh, it's taking a while. Lots to think about in this game. Okay, here we go. All right, so he blundered. I'm going to go ahead and guess that blunder is when he takes my knight with his rook. All right, let's take a look. So pretty normal all the way through. Yeah, that's a situation where obviously it's still even, but like if you're playing as black, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a position you want. So I think I should have done that. Yeah. I knew it. I could feel that, but let's just play that out. So you play this, and he does this probably. And then I would do something like that. Oh, just block. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's good to know. Okay, so I neglected to do that, but kind of on purpose because I was kind of playing this one calm, you know? I kind of wanted to just have a mellow chance of getting across. Okay. Eventually bring my rook around. And then the queen trade has to happen. So that's an example. I feel like this happens every time I stream. Every time the queen trade gets presented. But what I was saying is, okay, so his queen is pinning my queen to my king. So I can't move my queen. The queen is not able to be protected in a useful way. I guess I could play something like this. But I don't know. In that situation, like I think it doesn't show me right here, but I think I made that move in like under a second because it's just like I need to save time. Oh wait, we can look. Okay, 4 seconds, not under a second. He opens up the file for his rook, which is good. The one downside there though is like you pretty much guaranteed to disconnect your rooks if you make a move like this. So this is where it starts to get a little dicey. This is where the reason I don't like the queens going off the board is when I'm streaming, I'm like sacrificing, I don't know, like 25% of my calculation brain activity. And when the queens go off the board this early, all this stuff, the pawn dynamics, the pawn structures, the minor piece movement, knight forks, all that kind of stuff requires a lot more calculation. And I just usually know if this happens in a stream game, I'm going to be in trouble. So that's why I didn't want this. Because what I'm looking at here is it's like, okay, I like that he's doubled up here. I like that he's got these two pawns that are undefended. However, I don't really like, I don't know, what don't I like here? I don't like my bishop. He's kind of trapped. Doesn't really have a lot of good squares to go to. I don't like that my king is not really super involved. And this rook over here, yeah, it's not great, but it's even, as the position says. So here it says that was a big shift. It wanted me to take there, which I could see, but I kind of liked this idea of getting in. Oh, it wanted that move. Okay, hold on. But we talked about this move in the game. I thought if I did this, he would do this. And then if I took... Oh, okay. But then, wouldn't I just lose it? I don't know. It's weird. So it actually wanted... Let's see here. But then wouldn't this happen? Oh, and then I... Oh wow, okay. I just didn't calculate that deep to see this and this. Okay, well I don't feel super bad about that because when I'm at this stage and I'm down almost a minute or more than a minute, I'm not calculating that deep, unfortunately. Too bad, chess.com. Okay, yeah. It still wants that move, but again, oh, and then you would have had the check at the end of that one. Damn. I just did not see that at all. So what I was thinking though, I was like, okay, well at least now I have this open file, which is nice. I don't like that this pawn's probably going to drop because you know this is going to happen. Oh, I could have defended it that way. Yeah. I was pretty worried at this stage because I went from what I thought was a pretty good advantage to now having like pretty weak pawns, isolated pawn. Another pawn that's going to drop. So I felt pretty bad about my chances here. I was hoping he wouldn't see the pinned bishop, but of course he did. Still wanted that move. Okay, okay. So he's winning, affirmatively winning right now. And then he makes a very weird move right here. So it doesn't call that a blunder, but it does call it a mistake. I don't know. I don't know why he would have done that. I don't know what he saw. Obviously he picks up this pawn. But from here I don't see how he gets this. My king's gonna have to defend these guys. This pawn I don't think gets across, just given, I don't know. He would have had to really calculate the crap out of that to see how that would get across, because obviously I'm going to pressure back here, which limits the king movement as well. And then I guess what I saw was I didn't see how this pawn gets past these two dark squares with my rook being right here and pressuring basically here, pressuring over here, and then eventually pressuring down here. So I was feeling pretty good here. Because again, yeah, it doesn't like all of these moves, but it just kind of felt like it was obvious how I was going to get pawns here. Just take that one. Yeah. I think the reason I didn't take that one was because I saw this combination all the way to there. And that just looked good. It's like if I went down, I don't know, I didn't calculate that way. I just calculated this way. It was like obviously he's going to push his pawn. And after he does that, the nice thing about doing it this way is that my rook ends up on a safe square, on the dark square, that not only will forever pressure taking here, but if and when the king decides he wants to come over, I'll be able to back off and prevent the king from getting this guy. So I know at some point either he's losing his bishop to kill this pawn, or how did it end up going down? This was good. This was a nice little calculation, I think. So I think what he wants is this, and then it's a little bit tricky. I could see how you draw that position if you don't know what you're doing, as me, which I don't, so could have happened. But yeah, I like this, the push. And then he just stopped. Okay, well I thought what was gonna happen, he kind of has to go here, and then I take, he takes, and then obviously we get across. Okay, cool. All right, well we did it. Just one clean game, one caffeinated game to get above 1700. And yeah, I guess I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to drop down now. So I think we'll just call it there. See y'all next time.